In a similar vein, what options does management have? I mean, how do they decide about the report's coverage?
That is a great question, and actually this is a discussion that we generally have with the CFO, the CIO, and in a number of cases with the CEO, depending upon the size of the third-party processor. But there's a fair amount of strategy that goes into these reports. So as a for instance, are there customers looking for a SOC 1 around financial processing, or is it around a SOC 2? And what I've noted, Becky, too, is that those user organizations that are asking for SOC reports, it's not necessarily clear as the individuals within those organizations, do they know what they're asking for? They're simply asking for a SOC report. But do they know it should be a SOC 1 or a SOC 2, a Type 1 or a Type 2? So there's strategy involved in that. And that CEO, that CFO, that CIO may be forced to get 2 reports. And so there's an economy of scale here, right? So I do have a client, by the way, where we issue both SOC 1 and SOC 2 reports because they have large customers, and one customer is asking for a SOC 2, one's asking for a SOC 1. They're not mutually exclusive exercises. We do leverage the work from the SOC 2 into the SOC 1, particularly around technology controls. So there are efficiencies to be gained there. But then the question is around a SOC 2 is, what do my customers want? Which principles should be included within this report? And then also, I have so many customers, how do I make everyone happy with the contents of this report? So you can make most people happy with the contents of the report. So in a way, year 1, you give it a good shot. You determine what should be included in this report. You make some fair-based assessments or judgments about the principles that should be included. And then maybe in year 2, there could be, or year 3, a customer gets back to you and says, hey, I also need this other principle included with this report. Or how about this particular control activity? I didn't see it mentioned in your report. So there are some incremental changes that occur within these reports as more customers become familiar with the contents. But as I go back, the CEO, the CFO, the CIO, they're involved in the strategy around what should be contained within this report. So part of that strategy discussion as well is the components that go into for instance, a SOC 2 report. The AICPA and the standards that they've created basically specify that there are 5 components that need to be considered, not even considered, but included in this report. So for instance, infrastructure, the software that's used, the people involved, the procedures that are involved, as well as the data that's involved. So those components need to be described in this report. And so the question would be is, my users, how are they impacted by these components, and how do I articulate what I do around these components and describe those to my users?